The Grand Cosmos. This is a storyline dungeon, so we're going to skip the cutscene. Hop on Iron Will. This is a fun place. Our healers, they should be good with some pulls. Dancer. Oh, we're synced, so bigger pulls might not be a good idea. This place is basically a large manor of sorts. Oh crap, I turned off. Okay, so remember, when entering a level 80 dungeon, or rather any dungeon that is your current max level, don't click off your tanking stance accidentally. Or on purpose, as I did. Okay. So that was my fault. Grab the trash. Turn them around. Let the party attack the backs of the enemies. There are mechanics that you're going to have to pay attention to in boss fights here, so pay attention, and everything should be golden. Not quite apparent, the mechanics. I do like that they've recycled some of the designs from Final Fantasy XI. These guys wandering around with, like a ghost with a weapon floating over their head. Didn't notice the AoEs on the ground. I've gotten hit by one or two of those. One of the problems when you tank up against a wall. They'll block out potential ground effects. Right, because we got the boss coming up momentarily, I am not using some of my cooldowns. Seeker of Solitude, first boss. Realize we're an entire bunny group. Alright, so, tank this boss middle of the arena. Shadow Bolt is going to be a tank buster, so if you can use a mitigating technique there. Alright, we've got the anathema going out. You're going to have multiple ink blots hitting the ground. Want to position yourself where the brooms do not cross your path. When they reach an ink blot, they're going to do a small AoE. But you want to avoid getting hit by any of the things that are going across. Dark Pulse is going to be a stack mechanic. Stack up, share the damage, and immediately spread out, because the second half of that is going to be Darkwell, which targets everybody with a will target AoE that back to other. Find a theme again. Staining the ground. And not stack. Wait for the brushes to go by. I was too close, I got hit by that one. No, I did not get hit by that one, that was an attack from the boss. If I did get hit, I'd have a vulnerability up. So, reason to avoid getting hit by the mops, brooms, mops, is stacking debuff. First boss down. Loot we get here is 445, so we're gonna on everything since we do not need anything. This is a section where you do not want to be front, and you don't want to be casting stuff while you're running. That chest and all that. Alright. Dodges and fights. Once it's down, we got a gate that opens up. One small group here. There's going to be a treasure chest to the right. For those that it's an easily missed one. So just pay attention if you want to get the treasure in this dungeon. Tank them, dodge out of the AoEs. Be a few of them. Right. We're now at the second boss. Non-she. Form of color. That is going to be the tank buster. You see Storm of Color being passed. Cast. The cooldown. Not big cooldown, just normal cooldown. Direct sling. Okay. So, this thing, you want to grab all of the seeds that are not... Oh crap. You want to grab all the seeds that are in any of the green spots and move them. If you don't, well, going to have some ads spawn. You don't want the ads to spawn because it makes the fight longer and potentially harder. The Lost Love. Trade wide damage. Ode to the Far Wind. going to target everybody with a large AoE around them, then target multiple spots on the ground for large AoE as well, and then it's going to reverse and do a ring AoE around the boss. So you want to move accordingly, rush in for the ring attack, and not be standing on each other if you can avoid it for the AoE attack. Now, the second group of these is going to be different. See that there's going to be wind coming from left. What we want to do is we want to grab seeds, drop them someplace where they are not going to be landing on the green. They'll move approximately 1 square. You do not want them to move onto any of the green squares. Pay attention to the direction it's moving. Grab the seeds and move them predictably to a spot where it's not going to cause it to spawn. Okay, this is a section where you definitely don't want to be running a tank. It will auto aggro. Dodge out of the AoEs. Going to get these guys, and then I recommend pulling them over here. Reason for this is that there's going to be ads that will appear in this area. The order of these guys going down doesn't really matter. Just burn them down as best you can. Realize that 2 of them are ranged, so you're gonna have to adjust. As soon as these guys are down, hit guys. Like to know why my AoE wasn't generating threat on those guys. Dodge the large AoE from the boss. Well, not the boss, but the lord of this section. I believe there's one more pull before the last boss. I could be mistaken, this could be the last trash. I get, I think that is the last trash. Get the... Okay. So while we wait for the other person to get out of the cutscene, what you want to do here, you've got the velvet drapery, you got the pianos, the gilded stool, more drapery over here. You will get targeted with a fire ability, and it's going to leave a dot on you. You want to run to one of the items and have it extinguish on that. I will demonstrate that. Early. You got the plush sofas, you got the grand piano, grand stool, velvet drapery, so when you get targeted with certain fire abilities, you want to run over there. This boss is fun in that scorching left, you'll change directions and then do an attack based upon left or right, which will give a stacking debuff, so you want to watch otherworldly heat. That is going to create a cross. You don't want it to go like that. I should not have run over that far. That destroyed one of the things that will get rid of the debuff. Okay. Mortal Flame is the one that will require you to transfer the flame to another object. Okay, so mechanics have been set out. What normally wipes people here is he goes to the center, fires domain. Get that. He's going to charge. You want to be far away from the next person that he's going to charge. You're going to charge, do a frontal cone, so move to you, and then out of the way. Do not be standing between him and the next target. Now you'll notice that there's only 2 sofas here, and we're all 4 going to be getting the damage from the fire ability. However, he creates more things for us to tear it off of. Dang it. Okay, good. Alright, so make sure that you can always transfer the blue fire debuff that you get to something else. This is a lot of movement. It can be extremely difficult if you've got all melee classes. Scorching right, you don't want to be on the boss's right side. You're going to be doing Fire's Domain again. Right away from people. If you've got a line that is basically arrows either direction, you're too close. It's a purple line like that, you're good, and you don't need to worry about taking extra damage from the attack. Captive Bolt. That is the Tank Buster. Right, we're being targeted with this again. Otherworldly Heat goes off, leaves a ground dot. Ground exploding. A landmine. Okay. This has actually been a very good run of this fight. Scorching left. You can also tell what side he's going to go to because it's the side that has the sword on it. Fire's Domain. See how it was arrows both directions for a bit and then player moved away? That's the end of the fight. skip the cutscene because it leads into some... Thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative. If you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV videos, please like, follow, and subscribe. The usual YouTube stuff. To catch me live, check out my Twitch, link in the description. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.